You know, it's funny. Sometimes the most profound lessons, the ones that really stick with you, come from the simplest stories. And today, we're going to dive into one of those. It's a really powerful parable about a man, a super stubborn cow, and a surprising truth about who, or maybe what, is really in control. But before we even get into the story, I want to ask you something. Just think about this for a second. Are you really in control of your thoughts? Or do they sometimes feel like they're in control of you? You know, like they have a mind of their own, just pulling you all over the place, in directions you don't even want to go. Yeah, just hold that thought. All right, so let's set the scene. Picture this. You've got a philosophy teacher, we'll call him Mr. Robert, and he's just walking along with his students near this busy, bustling local market. It seems like a totally normal day, but what they're about to see, well, it's going to turn into a lesson they'll never forget. So as they're walking, they see this guy, and he's in this silent battle of wills with his cow. He's yanking on this rope, trying to get the cow to go home, but the cow, oh, it is having none of it. I mean, it has planted its hooves firmly in the ground and is just not moving. The man pulls, the cow resists. It's a total stalemate.
And of course, Mr. Robert, being a philosophy teacher, he sees this and ding, a light bulb goes off. This is a perfect teaching moment. So he gathers his students around and he's like, okay, watch this. Watch closely, because what you're about to see is going to challenge everything you think you know about control.
And then he drops this absolute gem of a question on them. He asks, tell me, who is really tied to whom here? Is the cow tied to the man, or is the man tied to the cow? I mean, at first glance, the answer seems totally obvious, right?
And sure enough, one of his students, Jake, pipes up and says exactly what we're all thinking. He's like, sir, it's easy. The man's the master. He's got the rope, so the cow has to follow him. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? It's logical, it's straightforward. But Mr. Robert, he just kind of smiles, because he knows the real truth is hiding just below the surface.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Mr. Robert decides talking isn't enough. He needs to show them. He's about to demonstrate this lesson in a way that, trust me, they are never, ever going to forget. So he calmly reaches into his backpack and pulls out a pair of scissors. Just a simple pair of scissors. And you can just imagine the scene, right? The students, the man with the cow, everyone around is just staring, thinking, what in the world is this philosophy teacher about to do with a pair of scissors right now?
And then, snip. Just like that, with one quick, decisive move, he cuts the rope connecting the man to the cow. The physical link between them is just gone in an instant.
And what happens next is immediate. The second it's free, the cow just bolts. It's gone. It clearly had zero interest in being with that man. But the man, does he just stand there and let it go? Nope. He immediately starts sprinting after the cow. In a flash, the roles are completely, totally reversed.
And boom, that's the whole lesson, right there. Mr. Robert turns to his students and says, now do you see? The cow wanted nothing more than to escape. It was the man who couldn't let go. His need for that cow, his attachment, that's what meant he was the one who was truly tied all along.
So what's the big deal here? I mean, it's a cool story, but this isn't really about a farmer and a cow, is it? No, it's actually a super powerful metaphor for the relationship that you and I have with our very own minds.
Think about it. We all have these stubborn cows rattling around in our heads, don't we? You know, those negative thoughts and feelings, things like anger, fear, jealousy, maybe even pride. We grab onto them with this invisible mental rope, telling ourselves we're the ones in control.
So let's just break this metaphor down nice and simple. In the story, the man, that's us. The cow, well, that's any one of those negative thoughts or feelings we just can't seem to shake. And the rope? The rope. That's our attachment. It's our focus, our interest, our stubborn refusal to just let the darn thing go.
And here is the crazy paradox at the heart of it all. We think that by holding onto that rope so tightly, by focusing on our anger, replaying some fearful moment over and over, we think we're managing it, but we're not. Just like the man in the story, our deep need to hold on is the very thing that makes us a slave to that emotion. That's where it gets all its power.
All right, so if holding on is the problem, what's the solution? Well, this is the best part. The parable gives us the key. It shows us that true freedom, it isn't about pulling harder on the rope, right? It's not about fighting more. It's about having the courage to just cut it.
And this is the real game changer. Those negative thoughts, the anger, the jealousy, all of it, they don't actually care about you one bit. They are exactly like that cow. The moment, the instant we withdraw our attention, the second we snip that rope of our interest, poof, they lose all their power. They just wander off.
So what does this actually look like in real life? Step 1, just acknowledge the rope. Recognize, hey, I'm actively holding on to this thought right now. Step 2, withdraw your interest. Make a real choice to stop pouring your energy into it. Stop feeding it, stop picking it apart. And then step 3, just let the cow run free. You know, in psychology, this is a huge part of mindfulness. It's the art of letting your thoughts be thoughts without getting all tangled up in them. It's the art of letting the cow run.
And what's so amazing about this is that it redefines freedom. Freedom isn't some destination you have to struggle to reach. It's not something you earn after years of hard work. No, it's a choice you can make right here, right now, to just drop the rope, to let go of all that mental junk and finally give yourself some space to breathe.
Because when you really think about it, peace isn't found in winning the fight with the cow, is it? It's found in the quiet and the calm that happens after you finally let it go. A mind that isn't constantly yanking on ropes, well, that's a mind that is truly deeply at peace. And that's a beautiful place to be.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to carry with you. As you go about your day, just notice. Notice the cows you might be tied to. And then ask yourself a really important question. What rope are you ready to cut today?